Hey guys, HoverHD here, back at it again with another video. This time we'll be diving into the much-loved submachine gun or SMG category. Black Ops 3 seems to be a somewhat SMG-dominated battlefield, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, as SMGs are my favorite weapon category for the raw versatility they allow. So in Black Ops 3 we have three different SMGs: the Kuda, the VMP, the Weevil, Vesper, and Razorback, which are all fully automatic. Then we have the Pharaoh, which is a 4-bullet auto-burst weapon. Auto-burst being that it bursts, but you do not have to pull your trigger for each burst, just hold it down and spray. So starting off, we'll be comparing the damage. The Kuda deals 35 damage per shot 5 meters out. It then drops off to 30 damage at 25 meters, then 23 damage at 50 meters, finally extending to 19 damage at the max range. The Kuda fires at 722 rounds per minute, putting the time to kill between 166 and 415 milliseconds. The VMP deals 30 damage 12.5 meters out, dropping off to 23 damage 25 meters out, then extending to the max range it deals 19 damage. The VMP fires at a speedy 909 rounds per minute, putting the time to kill between 198 and 330 milliseconds. The Weevil deals 30 damage 20 meters out, 23 damage 25 meters out, and dropping off to 19 damage at the max range. The Weevil fires at 722 rounds per minute, throwing the time to kill between 249 and 415 milliseconds. The Vesper deals 30 damage around 8 meters out, 22 damage 20 meters out, and 19 damage at the max range. The Vesper fires at 1200 rounds per minute, throwing its time to kill between 150 and 250 milliseconds. The Razorback deals 30 damage 24 meters out, 23 damage out to 71 meters, yes, this is a sniper, then extends to 19 damage at the max range. The Razorback fires at 625 rounds per minute, putting the time to kill between 288 and 480 milliseconds. The Pharaoh deals 35 damage out to 7 meters, 30 damage out to 20 meters, drops off to 23 damage at 39 meters, and deals 19 damage out to the max range. The Pharaoh fires at 659 rounds per minute with a 0.1 second burst delay, throwing the time to kill to 273 milliseconds out to 20 meters in a single burst, then between 373 and 555 milliseconds in between bursts. Some of these weapons have similar damage profiles but completely different recoil patterns. The Kuda's hipfire spread is very minimal and has no horizontal recoil and a little vertical recoil. Its ADS spread is also not bad, with a little vertical recoil, and it typically zigzags right then left once. Overall, the Kuda has some great recoil. The VMP's hipfire recoil goes up and a little to the right. The spread of it isn't bad, but it isn't a longer ranged weapon, hip firing. The ADS recoil darts right and inches its way up. The Weevil's hipfire recoil goes up and stays center. The spread is mediocre, but still doesn't warrant its use as a medium ranged weapon while hip firing. Switching to ADS, the recoil zigzags left and right while maintaining constant vertical recoil. The Vesper's hipfire recoil goes up and to the left. The spread is atrocious and isn't recommended for anything other than up close. The ADS recoil shoots up then slightly moves to the left. The Pharaoh's hipfire recoil is extremely minimal. All it does is move ever so slightly up. The spread is extremely tight. ADS with this weapon is amazing. The recoil goes nowhere. It stays in the same place the entire time. The Razorback's hipfire recoil is extremely minimal as well. It barely even moves. The spread isn't bad at all, better than the Weevil's but not as good as the Pharaoh's. Its ADS recoil is not there. When firing it just creates one hole of bullets, no movement whatsoever. So because there are the double amount of SMGs to pistols, I'll be selecting one or two for one of 3 different occasions. So let's say you're playing on Nuketown. You're trying to hold down one of the 2 houses, orange or blue. I'd heavily recommend, specifically in those houses since they're short range, the Vesper or the Weevil. The Vesper in close range situations can kill faster than any of the weapons for how many bullets it can expend in such a short amount of time. With a mag of 30, you'll be likely getting around 2 kills per mag, 3 if you're lucky. This is also because of the fast RPM. You'll most likely be spraying this weapon, so accuracy will be hindered. For the sole reason this laser sight is recommended. This will allow you to get more kills per mag and focus more on getting in the range to efficiently kill instead of having to hinder your speed by aiming down sights. The Weevil becomes another great alternative for close range once you see its huge magazine size. With its solid close range damage chart, this is a great weapon for close ranged engagements. Pair this with a huge magazine of 50, you won't have to worry about reloading, allowing you to get multiple double and triple kills. Pairing this with a laser sight or extended mag allows you to hip fire this thing like a beast. If you'd like to extend the range a little bit, long barrel and grip will allow you to get some longer ranged kills. Just don't be trying to hit cross maps with this thing. Switching over to longer range sightlines such as the windows overlooking B on Skyjacked, the Pharaoh or Kuda are almost no-brainers. The Pharaoh is good for the farther half of mid-range, allowing you to cover many sightlines. If you were to pair this weapon with a grip, then those farther range engagements will be almost too easy, while not having to worry about recoil control. Another great pairing, say if you're looking for something to handle close range and longer range engagements, is rapid fire and extended mag. Rapid fire on burst weapons reduces the burst delay between each shot. This doesn't seem like much of a bonus, but it decreases the burst delay to 80 milliseconds instead of 100. Running this with extended mag will allow you to absolutely destroy the competition with the amount of damage that's being dealt. The Kuda is also another great mid-range weapon. This weapon, though, is better for the closer range of mid-range engagements. While it may not have the recoil of the Pharaoh, it still has a solid damage chart. If you want a good attachment to run with this, long barrel and grip really benefits it for those longer range engagements. Something else that will allow you to help the Kuda excel is to give it extended mags and fast mags. While this may seem somewhat counterproductive by running both of these, this really helps you finish off those engagements and move on to another one. Many times I've gotten killed in the middle of reloading because I ran out of ammo. This takes care of both of these problems. Moving on to long range weapons, there's really only one weapon suited for this job, and that is the Razorback. The weapon is essentially an assault rifle in the SMG category. The range on this thing is crazy for the sole fact that it can hit 4-shot kills out to 71 meters. This pretty much covers almost any sightline except for a few sniper exclusive shots. Since this solidifies itself as a long range weapon, I'd recommend to put on a grip. This allows the recoil to be extremely minimal and allow you to hit those 4-shot kills consistently. Another great attachment is quick draw and fast mags. This allows you to speedily ADS to get targets coming up quickly from a range. So overall, which weapon is the best SMG? Well, I'd have to go with the Kuda. As of recent, this weapon has gotten buffed and is a god tier weapon. The weapon is great all around with a decent enough spread, a great recoil, and some pretty solid range. The damage this thing does really outperforms some of your other options such as the Weevil or say VMP. So that's it guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, or not if you didn't, and hover out.
Maximized abilities means maximum victories.